My name is Yoni Hadar. I'm 21 years old. I served in the Golani Brigade in the 51st Battalion between the years of 2015 and the years of 2016. Long term, I definitely always had a drive and a love for the state of Israel. I've done numerous political lobby missions in Washington, APAC, NORPAC during high school years in Magen David. Felt I needed to take the extra step more than just being on the lobbying side and wanted to take hands-on action, and that's really one of the short-term goals, I guess, that I had. And I guess also experiencing soldiers with the Magen David IDF delegation that we've had every year, seeing Gilad Shalit in our school, those are definitely things that have helped me make my decision, formulate it, and I think it was the best decision I made in my life. There's one moment, a person really that really influenced my decision of going to the army was Avichai Peretz. Avichai lost two of his brothers in the army, both in Golani. He served in Golani, and he was really my mentor, my role model, and someone that really led me through the process and took me under his wing throughout my time in Israel before and after the army. I think our community has definitely a very strong connection to the state of Israel. We see it definitely being something that's important to our schools, our shuls, our community centers. I think there's a room for it to grow. I think we need to take more action as a community, not just as individuals, and I think there's a long way to be done, but we're definitely on the right path. Definitely the community, going to shul on Saturdays, shul that you could, all the tunes, you appreciate everyone around you, you understand what a community brings to the table. So when you're out of the community, you don't appreciate as much. The warmth, all your friends, family. Probably one of my scarier moments in my service was one when was a moment when my friend got shot from a friendly fire accident during a drill. We were doing a training drill up north by the Lebanon border for a demo war. During that time, we had a new officer come into the unit. First day on the job, we were doing a brigade-wide drill, 6,000 soldiers. And during the drill, we had a miscommunication between our machine gunner and our officer. Our officer advanced. I was the sub-machine gunner. I was training a new machine gunner at the time, and his gun got jammed. He hit it you're supposed to hit on the floor and cock back. He did it, and a bullet flew out and hit a friend in his right arm. And he was about a centimeter away from dying, from puncturing his lungs. I think that was the scariest moment in terms of the bullet flew right on the right side of me, and something you just see a friend all of a sudden losing it so fast. I think the most meaningful moment that I've had in my service was on my last day of training. The way it works in our training, during our 4 months of basic training and 4 months of advanced training, we do intermediate hikes. We start at 2 miles and we finish off our last hike, 45 miles in one night. After you finish that hike, you get your brown beret. You finished your training and you're ready to be operational, join the real active platoons. And it fell out to be on the second day of Yom Tov here of Sukkot. And my family couldn't fly in for the ceremony. It's a big ceremony, all the families come. And I was a little bit down about it that my family couldn't make it and join me. My mom put a small Facebook status that she couldn't make it because of the holiday second day and they weren't able to fly out. If anyone could come cheer me up. Word got to mouth, and over 400 people came that didn't know me from all over the state of Israel, with signs, with food, with snacks, with presents, and person that they never met before, person that they've never heard about before, just from a simple status. I had one old couple, about 65 years old, drive from Eilat all the way up north, about 6.5 hours away, just to come see me for 20 minutes and go back home. And that really showed me what I'm doing and why I'm sacrificing my life. I left Brooklyn, and that shows you what really the Jewish people are about. We are Am Echad, Lev Echad. We are always together, and in times of need, we're always there for each other, and that's something that keeps us strong and alive for the last 3,000 years. Definitely my mother's an inspiration to me. My mom is someone that I definitely look up to. She's been with me through my hard times, my happy times. She would be picking up my phones at 3 in the morning when I was away. Person that I always look for advice, someone that always gives me the extra push no matter what I need it for. She's a person that I will always look up to. I think that not many women have gotten to do and accomplish the things that she's accomplished in her years, and she's definitely a role model to me. I definitely I underestimated how difficult the Army would be in the sense that all of a sudden you have to take care of yourself completely. You know, I was very prepared physically for the training, for the fitness tests, for shooting. That I was very prepared for. I was underprepared for the fact that I had to clean toilets every morning, to clean dishes, to make food for myself, to do my own laundry, things that I was never accustomed to doing beforehand. All of a sudden hit me at a very fast pace in the beginning. That was definitely something that was hard to getting that real independence. I think it taught me a lot about myself, about how to take care of myself as a person. I think it's something that I brought back with me to Brooklyn. You know, something that I don't take things for granted anymore. I make my own bed, I clean up my room, I do things on my own just because that's the way I was taught during my Army service, and something that I think is important to incorporate into my day-to-day life.